people ask me if I will ever move back to my home country, Switzerland, and why I even moved to Singapore in the first place. So in this video, I will share my reasons why Singapore has become my happy place, why I live a much luxurious life in Singapore than in Switzerland, and if I will move back to Switzerland in the near future. First, about my story. Why did I even come to Singapore? It all started around 3 years ago when my ex-boyfriend suggested to go on an adventure and move to Singapore. He had a job offer from his consultant company, and I thought this is the perfect occasion. I had just finished my master's degree in political science, and I was looking for a job anyway. And my dream has always been to live in Asia, so that was the perfect timing and the perfect place. People kept asking me, wow, you must really love Singapore that you want to move there. And I said, I don't know, I've never been there. So for me, it was really a jump into the cold water. I've never been to Singapore before actually moving here. Long story short, I fell in love the minute I arrived, and my ex-boyfriend didn't like Singapore so much. So after we broke up, Singapore was not the reason why we broke up. There were a lot of other reasons. He decided to move back to Switzerland and I decided to stay. I started to build my life as a full-time content creator, which wasn't very easy because there were a lot of troubles with my visa, and setting up an own company in the end was the only possible way that I could stay here legally and work here legally. I'll link a video up here if you're also interested in how I got my employment pass. My life has been an absolute roller coaster, but I've been able to make a living as a full-time creator for 2 years now, and it has become my absolute dream job. So this is how I spend my days. I create videos, I explore Singapore since my content is mostly about Singapore. My daily job is to go out, explore new food, explore things to do, travel once in a while to show what other places are worth visiting in the area. I get to work with amazing brands that I never thought that they would work with me. My main income is from brand deals all around Singapore, also from Southeast Asia, hotel collaborations in Hong Kong, for example. So yeah, my daily life really consists of going out and exploring Singapore and making these YouTube videos. What makes Singapore so amazing? Okay, the list is endless and I could talk for an hour about everything I love about Singapore. But the main reason definitely for me is the weather. I love the humidity. I don't mind 365 days of the year, 30 degrees. I'm such a summer girl. The weather in Switzerland is just way too cold. I love the convenience, the cleanliness, the safety. Switzerland is safe, but Singapore is honestly next level. My brother was just visiting last week for the first time, and he was really amazed by the fact that you can just leave your wallet on the table and then come back in an hour and it's gonna be still there. Other reasons why it's so easy to feel comfortable in Singapore is that it's multicultural. I've never been to a place where so many cultures and ethnicities come together and work so well. There is, in my opinion, I've not experienced any racism, which I think is amazing. And also there is no language barrier. If you speak English, you're totally fine here because everyone speaks English. Mandarin is the other predominant language they speak here, but also Tamil, Indian, Malay. But with English, you're totally fine. That's not to be taken for granted because usually when you move to a place, the different language is such a big issue to feel at home and to connect with people. This also brings me to the sponsor of today's video, Lingoda, an online language school. Over the years, I've realized learning a new language is super exciting. Until it gets tricky, until life gets in the way and you just stop attending your classes and opening up your language apps. This is why I love Lingoda Flex. It's designed for people like us who need structure and flexibility. Here are some reasons why I think it's great. You can take the classes 24/7, morning, lunch, at evening, even at night, whenever it suits the best for your schedule. Second is you choose the topics based on your interests and what you actually want to improve on and what you want to learn. Then it's all taught by native level speakers, so not just pre-recorded videos. And then most importantly, the groups are very small. This makes a huge difference, so you actually get to speak and not just listen to random people. It really feels the opposite of this traditional classroom learning. You can be anywhere in the world and attend classes whenever it suits best for you. If you've ever wanted to learn English, business English, Spanish, Italian, German, or French, this is your sign to do it. Right now, you can even get up to 35% off with the code Swizzy35. I will leave the link in the description and also feel free to comment any questions you have about Lingoda. Now the big question, which country is better, Singapore or Switzerland? Of course, there are pros and cons in every country, but what I like to say is I can get anything that I can get in Switzerland, in Singapore, but just cheaper and better. I hope no Swiss people will watch this video. I'm gonna get so much hate. I can honestly live a much luxurious lifestyle here in Singapore because things like manicure, Grab, like taxis, any food options, it's so much more affordable. Eating out in Switzerland is honestly super expensive. The cheapest meal you can get is around $30 to $40, and here you can get the best chicken rice for $5. So I haven't been cooking a lot, which for me is a luxury. I really enjoy just going to a hawker center and buy my food. And I don't think I could go back to a country where shops close at 6 p.m. Here you can shop 24 hours. They're fair price open 24 hours. You get 7-Elevens. You don't get any of this in Switzerland. So if I'm craving ice cream at 11 p.m., there's always a way to get it. I think that's so fascinating. Of course, I miss my mom and my brother and all my friends back in Switzerland a lot. And yes, it's not easy and I do get homesick from time to time, but I just found my happy place here. And I think this also answers the question whether or not I want to move back. Right now, no, I don't have any plans to move back to Switzerland. I'm just giving up my apartment in Zurich that I've been still renting out. I'm selling all my stuff in Zurich. My mom helps to clear me all my winter clothes. I'm really, not burning the bridges, but I'm really settling here in Singapore. One day it would be my dream, of course, to get PR. Right now, I'm just very happy to get my EP renewed next year. I don't know what's gonna happen. The past few years showed me that you cannot plan life sometimes. I'm at a totally different stage in life where I was thinking I would be right now. I thought by now I would be married, probably have kids living in Zurich, but then I think life had different plans for me. If you want to know more about how my life looks like in Singapore on a daily basis, where I go to the gym, where I eat, what things you can do, tips and tricks around Singapore, follow my Instagram Swizzyinsg. And please also don't forget to check out Lingoda with their special offer of 35% off when you sign up for Lingoda Flex. Watch this video up next because the algorithm thinks you might like it, and I hope to see you in the next one.